Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Before continuing, please review the legal disclaimer provided in the comment section of this video and make sure to see the video till the end to get a full understanding of how it all works. On this channel, we share practical guidance on visa processes, immigration pathways, investment and citizenship options, and related topics to help you make informed decisions. If you are unsure about your visa options or planning your next step, consider subscribing and enabling notifications so you stay updated with the latest developments. Now imagine this. You are planning a trip to Cuba, Havana, Varadero, Trinidad, Cienfuegos, old colonial streets, classic cars, live music in the streets, white sand beaches, turquoise Caribbean waters, a destination full of culture, rhythm, and history. It feels like stepping into another world, but then reality hits. Visa confusion, entry uncertainty, or worse, denied boarding at the airport. And here is the truth most travelers only discover after it is too late. Cuba is not complicated to visit, but it is extremely important to understand the system correctly, because one small mistake can completely disrupt your travel plans. And in this full global masterclass, you will understand everything clearly. Not from the perspective of one nationality, not from one country, but from a complete worldwide understanding of how Cuba tourist entry works in 2026. In this video, you will learn who needs permission to enter Cuba, what the new electronic visa system actually means, how the application process works step by step, what documents matter most, how immigration evaluates travelers, how flights and insurance requirements work, the biggest mistakes that cause refusal or denial of entry, and what creates smooth, stress-free arrival in Cuba. Stay until the end because there is one critical detail about insurance, digital forms, and visa validation that many travelers completely overlook. Let's begin. First, you need to understand something very important. Cuba has recently moved into a fully digital entry system. The traditional paper tourist card system is no longer the standard for air travel. It has been replaced by an electronic visa system. This means everything is now done digitally before travel. No guesswork, no last-minute airport confusion, but also no shortcuts. Now let's answer the most important question first. Who needs a tourist visa for Cuba? Almost all international travelers need prior authorization before entering Cuba for tourism. Only a small number of nationalities are exempt depending on agreements. For most travelers, entry requires an approved electronic visa before departure. This visa is linked directly to your passport and must match your travel documents exactly. If it does not match, it becomes invalid. Now here is something critical. The Cuba tourist visa is generally a single entry authorization. It allows a stay typically up to 90 days with the possibility of extension once inside the country, depending on approval. But here is the key idea. Entry permission and stay duration are controlled. They are not automatic freedoms. Now let's move into the actual application process. Step 1 is preparation. Before applying, everything starts with your passport. Your passport must be valid and in good condition. Most systems expect sufficient validity beyond your travel dates. A damaged or nearly expired passport can cause immediate issues. Now, step 2 is the visa application itself. This is done through a digital system. You enter your personal details, your passport information, your travel dates, and your intended entry purpose, which is tourism. The system then processes your application and issues an electronic approval linked to your passport. Once approved, it is usually sent electronically. Now, step 3 is one of the most important parts: travel insurance. Cuba requires valid travel insurance that includes medical coverage for the duration of your stay. This is not optional in practice. You may be asked to show proof at any stage of your journey. Without insurance, you can face problems at boarding or arrival. Now, step 4 is your travel declaration. Before arrival, you must complete a digital entry form. This generates a QR code that is checked at immigration. This step is often forgotten, and it causes unnecessary stress for unprepared travelers. Now, step 5 is your flight booking. You must have a return or onward ticket. This is extremely important. Airlines will often check this before allowing you to board, because if you cannot show you will leave, they may assume you are not eligible to travel. Now let's talk about accommodation. You must have clear details of where you will stay: hotels, resorts, guest houses, or private accommodation. Your stay must align with your travel plan. And here is an important truth. Even though Cuba is very welcoming to tourists, inconsistencies in your booking information can create unnecessary questioning at immigration. Now let's move to financial proof. This is one of the most misunderstood parts of travel to Cuba. Immigration authorities are not necessarily looking for wealth. They are looking for stability and realism. You must show that you can support yourself during your stay, not in an exaggerated way, but in a consistent and believable way. Sudden, large, unexplained deposits in your account can raise questions. What matters more is financial consistency, stable income, regular savings behavior, clear financial activity. This creates trust in your profile. Now let's talk about employment or background. If you are employed, your job ties matter. If you are self-employed, your business activity matters. If you are a student, your study enrollment matters. If you are retired, your financial stability matters. The core idea is simple. You need to show a reason to return home after your trip. Now let's talk about arrival in Cuba. When you land, immigration will check several things: your passport, your electronic visa, your insurance, your entry form QR code, and your return ticket. They may also ask simple questions such as purpose of visit, length of stay, accommodation, details, financial support, travel plans. This is usually a smooth process for prepared travelers, but confusion creates delays. Now let's talk about the biggest reasons travelers face problems. First is missing insurance. This is one of the most critical requirements. Second is incomplete or incorrect digital entry forms. Third is mismatched information between documents and travel plans. Fourth is unclear travel purpose. Fifth is lack of return travel proof. And sixth is unrealistic or inconsistent travel behavior. Now, here is a very important insight. Cuba has modernized its immigration system significantly. It is now more digital, more structured, and more consistent than before. That means preparation matters more than ever. Now let's talk about cruise travelers. Cruise passengers sometimes follow slightly different entry rules depending on itinerary and nationality, but one thing remains the same: documentation requirements still apply. Now let's discuss overstaying. This is very important. Staying beyond your allowed period without authorization can lead to penalties and future travel complications. Even small violations can affect future international travel, so respecting your permitted stay is essential. Now let's talk about a common mistake. Many travelers think Cuba entry is informal because it is a leisure destination. That is not correct. It is structured, it is regulated, and it is processed carefully. Now here is the most important psychological insight. Immigration officers are not trying to block tourists. They are trying to confirm clarity, clear identity, clear purpose, clear finances, clear return plan. That combination creates smooth entry every time. Now let's bring everything together. A successful Cuba tourist visa application is not about complexity. It is about preparation, correct documents, accurate information, realistic travel plans, stable financial history, and proper compliance with entry rules. That is what creates a smooth journey. And finally, here is the biggest truth about traveling to Cuba. Most successful travelers are not doing anything extraordinary. They are simply organized, they follow the process step by step, and they avoid unnecessary mistakes. Because one honest and well-prepared application is far more powerful than a thick folder full of random paperwork, and you have come to the right place to get all your visa applications sorted in a hassle-free and professional manner. We can help you to get the entire process done correctly and make your dream trip to any destination in the world easier than you think. Make sure to get in touch with us on our WhatsApp mobile numbers, no matter which part of the world you are in, and do subscribe, like, and share our channel to get many more interesting updates. Thank you for watching and have a safe journey. Get in touch with us now on +64 221 786 007 or +91 73 786 00791.